Today I want to speak to you about the way that God talks to us. I got scripture in the Bible in the first book of Kings, chapter 19, where Elijah was not happy with the decision that God made. He felt that God was too forgiving about people that sinned. And he went into a cave where he thought he could get away from God. And then God said that he wants to speak to him. And he told Elijah to come to the opening of the cave. And while Elijah was standing there was a big storm, a windstorm, terrible windstorm, and God was not in the storm. There was big thunder, but God wasn't in the thunder. And then there was a terrific fire, but God was not in the fire. Then came a breeze, and God was in the soft breeze, and he could talk to Elijah. Often I used to sit on the porch, and I like to do it outside sometimes when it's nice and warm. And then I ask God to talk to me. And then I hear the rustle of the leaves in the trees, and I get this inner peace, and I know God is there, and he talks to me. He's going to give me scripture. That is how God talks to a person. Now you must wonder, how is it that you have not had this feeling with God? Maybe you're too busy, or you don't have the time to go and sit early in the mornings when people are still sleeping, and when it is still so quiet to talk with God. That is usually the best time. But God does that. The other day, one of our choir members had a big problem, and I said to him, James, you know, God will sort this out like the rustling of the wind in the trees. And he came back and he said, you know, Ina, it was like the rustling of the wind in the trees. It was a breeze. It also happened on my journey with God, where I trust him completely with everything, that my daughter came to me and said, Mom, I've been diagnosed with cancer. It was such a big shock, but after the shock subdued, I could go and sit and talk to God and ask him, please, don't let it be cancer. And I got this inner peace and this feeling of relief. I can't explain it, but it is such a feeling of peace that came over me. And I knew she doesn't have cancer. A week later, the oncologist confirmed that she hasn't cancer. And after that, I've often had this feeling of peace, where I have a difficult choice or a difficult problem. God will give me this peace. My fellow friends, I wish you this Go and talk to God. He will give you peace. Shalom. Until next week, then we will talk again.